Well, here we are. PK here with Out of the Box. And what are we going to talk about? Something that everybody wants to explore. 1 million books, 1 million YouTube channels, which is, take a hit of a cigarette, day trading stocks. There's classes, schools. Can it be done? I'll break it down for you. Very, very simple. Tell you what the deal is. Don't forget, 35 years experience. I got back on the online in 2007 with direct access trading. I trade with TradeStation. I think they're much easier. Interactive brokers is number one. But too complicated for me to use. Now, let me just take this glasses off so I can see something as usual. I'm always blind. Anyway, day trading stocks. It seems like a dream. We can sit home and day trade. You know, I'm a futures trader. Of course, did I give the day trading stocks a try? No question. What did I focus on? Now, this is a little bit after. It was a long time ago. This was after the financial crisis, maybe 2010, 11, as America was coming back up. I focused on Apple, Google, Goldman Sachs, Facebook, Netflix, things that were really moving at that time, and maybe a few others. I had about a $50,000 account, a stock account, and then remember, for day trading, they give you 4-to-1 margin, so I could control about $200,000 worth of stock. Had no intention of holding it overnight. I thought, PK, all my experience, if anybody can do it, I could do it. But let me tell you what happened. I did it for 3 months. I'm pretty much broke even. And believe me, I killed myself. You know, and this is somebody, you're looking at somebody who really has experience with how to risk, how to get in and out, all these things. And let me tell you what the problems were for me. And I'm not a day trader. I've never seen or heard of a long-term successful day trader in stocks or in futures, unless of course you're on the floor of the exchange. Back in the day, now everything's electronic. But still, I'm not saying just because I don't know anybody, ever heard of anybody, and I don't believe you can't believe all these YouTube people who are selling programs in schools, because believe me, it's that difficult. They're never going to tell you the secret. Which we know, forget penny stocks also. This is not the way. You got to focus. If you want to try, I would do a little longer time frame. As I told you before, 1 to 4 days. But then it takes away, you have to have the money to do it. And it takes away, you can't make so much money unless you go over to options and stock options. Now we know it's GameStop and all these things from the Wall Street Bets Forum. But let me tell you the big problem I have with day trading. One more hit of the cigarette, we're going to lose it. Look, the problem is, for instance, if you have your direct access, they have a bid and ask, the spread is constantly moving. And if you're trying to be a day trader, these things are very important. So I found every time I wanted to buy, for instance, let's get rid of this thing. I wanted to buy 500 shares. I never got in the market. I used limit order. You know what happened? It come down and hit me, and every time the market would go higher, I got a partial fill. Give me 100, 200 shares, and it would take off. So I was always winning on the smallest. I never got my full position, whether it's 500 shares, 1,000 shares. I plunged. It just always seemed I was getting screwed when I was right. And of course, on the other side of the coin, when I was wrong, it would fill me with my full price, with the limit order, and then the market would go down, or vice versa. If I was trying to go short. So I felt like, of course, they say could it be rigged or this or that? Yes, we know you can read books about level 2 and people study these things and where the order book is, but they play all sorts of games. All I can tell you is that I found it a complete waste of time. I'm not saying you can't, there are not certain days. Remember, back in these days, this is over 10 years ago, I wasn't using momentum strategy like I've been doing for the last 5-6 years, where I'm able to bet much larger and use a close stop. Because the stocks, as I said, if you notice and watch it, the spread between the bid and ask is constantly moving. You don't have this problem in the futures. I don't care if you're trading crude oil or gold or treasury bonds or the S&P. I found getting in the stocks was much harder if you're trying to do this short term. And this is, again, another strike against you. Nobody talks about this. And then these day trading, they just show charts. I bought it here, got out here. I don't believe it. As I said before, I am telling you, I don't care what type of trader you are, trying to be day traders, short term, long term. Nobody's going to tell you the secrets for free. If they're that good, they're going to become a trading advisor, quote unquote hedge fund manager, and they're going to manage money, because you can't make this big money without handling clients. You can only go so far with your own money. In my case, I'm doing exactly that. But I've been doing it for years, and I use it to pay my bills and for this living out of the box lifestyle. So forget about me. I'm telling you, if I was in my 20s and 30s, I would focus on more position trading. Again, going for 10 to 1, 15 to 1, trying to maybe 20 to 1 if you're a short-term trader. As I said, I've never seen a long-term record. You can look at all the books. We know there's stories from some of these penny stock guys. It's got to be the worst vehicle because they're so thinly traded. This can really be rigged. At least you're getting a fair shake trading Netflix or Apple or any of these big companies. But it doesn't mean you're up against some real pros who are working at the Wall Street firms, and they're constantly playing with that bid and ask. Plus you got the high frequency trading guys. You're up against them too in terms of execution. So I found the whole experience a real problem and really a complete waste of time. Yes, you can win like anything. You can get lucky, have trades go really, get off to a great start. We know the stories. I'm not talking. How many GameStops are there where things take off? This is a once in a lifetime you have moves like this, has such volatility. And yes, it's fortunate to remain. But day in and day out, week after week, month after month, the day trading is not worth it, especially if you turn out to be if you're a good picker, a good analyst, know how to handle yourself. I had a video the other day. The most important things about trading any vehicle, risk management. Some people just have a better feel for it. So why blow your brains, sit in front of a screen trying to day trade? You're better off. I don't think it's worth it. Only once in a while, as I said, there are some plays you can make before earnings report or some news event, rumors, like we know the Wall Street Bets is doing. I wish I was younger, could follow those things. I probably could have taken advantage of things like that. But overall, I want to tell you that I would stay away from any of these day trading of anything. You can make some money once in a while on certain days, but day in and day out, maybe there's somebody out in the world that can do it, but if they do it, they don't last too long. And I don't mean lasting a year, 2 years. Everyone I see advertising on YouTube and some of the people we know about it, I don't want to mention any names, I'm sure you know them. They promote their things and I can teach you. No one's going to teach you how to do it if they do it themselves. We can get many more clients this way. It's because they came to the realization, maybe they were lucky, they caught the right market, things like this. So I would not focus on that. As I told you before, practice on the simulation. Find a strategy that fits your personality and stay away from the day trading. In anything. Stocks, features, I don't care what it is. Think or long term. Don't go for 3-to-1, go for 10-to-1. And all of a sudden you'll be forced to hold these things much longer. And this is the secret. Anyway, this is PK with another episode of Out of the Box. We'll see you another day. Ciao, everyone.